Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jess Hamilton and you are going to be watching my very first unboxing video. The product that I have for you today is Proactiv Plus. I have had it now for about a month and I have got a 3-month subscription, so I will be doing more videos on that and showing you month 1, month 2 and month 3 and giving you a more broader scope of whether I think the product is worth the money or not. Before we start, I do want to mention, I'm sorry if my lip looks really big. It looks abnormally big. I had a little bit of an accident this morning at the gym, which is kind of embarrassing, but to cut a long story short, this is what I've ended up with. So it's pretty bruised. I don't know if you can see that, and I've cut the inside of my lip. I basically bit through it because I blame somebody else, because I normally do the medicine balls at a certain weight, and my usual one was missing today, so somebody had replaced it with a really light one that was like 4, I think it was, and I did think when I picked it up that it felt a little bit too light, and when I put it on the floor it kind of rolled around a lot, so I was a bit apprehensive, but literally as soon as I went to do my first bounce, as I usually do the medicine ball bounce and then go into doing other stuff, so I sort of do a circuit of that and I train my partner, and within the first one I threw it down and it bounced and it hit me back in the face. It's funny now, but it wasn't at the time. It was really painful, so that is why I have covered it in dark lipstick, and it's pretty dry and horrible and it's just gross, so don't judge me on that. Otherwise, obviously I'm not here to talk about my accidents. I'm here to talk about the Proactiv Plus. I suffer with inherently terrible skin. I always have done. I've always had acne and things like that. I actually started out pretty fine in my teenage years. I didn't suffer too badly. It wasn't until I got into my 20s, and for some reason it just got really bad. I have tried all sorts of things in the past. There was a time where I went on the pill that was to help with the acne, and to be honest, I've never found that that's had an impact on that. I then had the steroid creams for a while and didn't find they really did anything. And then after that I was eventually put on a course of Roaccutane, and that was for about 4 months, and that was about 3.5 years ago. I'm going to do a separate video on Roaccutane anyway, so if it is of interest to you and you're intrigued to know what my Roaccutane journey was, good and bad, I'm going to do a brutally honest review on that. It is a fantastic product. It really does get great results. There are tons of videos on YouTube about it, but not all of them are completely brutally honest about the side effects, and I plan on doing that. So please stay tuned. If it's something that you're really interested in, put a comment below and I will absolutely do a Roaccutane video. You get 2 types of people with Roaccutane. You get some who have sort of a permanent result, I suppose, and then you get others like me that tend to drop in its efficiency, and my sister's the same, unfortunately, so both of us have kind of wound up with little bits of acne here and there. I tend to get it a lot around my chin, so it is more of a hormonal acne, which is kind of why I'm intrigued to try this product out, because I know it's hormonal related and I'm not entirely convinced that changing my currently pretty good routine is going to have much of an impact. So I started looking at my regime. I didn't really want to go back on Roaccutane. I don't know how it is for you guys in the US, but certainly for the UK, it can be a little tricky to get Roaccutane on the NHS unless you meet certain criteria. First time round I absolutely did. I'm not convinced I would the second time around, because it really isn't that bad. I know I'm wearing a lot of makeup today, so it makes it impossible to see. But I will do a video with my bare face and give you some before and after pictures of the Roaccutane, just so you have a better idea of how effective it actually is. So yeah, I'm not convinced I'd be able to go on another course of that treatment without paying privately. Now, I did price it up a while back, and you were looking at probably £1,500 to £2,000 for a course of treatment, roughly 4 months, which isn't the worst in the world, but obviously is a lot of money, and I just don't feel that my spots are particularly that bad. I've not got back to that point, and I'm not sure that I ever will. I do think it has had definite lasting effect on my skin. So for me, it was about changing my daily routine. Now, I've had what I would call a relatively good routine for a long time now. I've invested in some really nice, top-end products, and I do cleanse, tone, moisturise every day. I exfoliate with a facial exfoliator, you know, 2-3 times a week. So I really do keep on top of it. I never sleep with my makeup in. Yeah, so for me, I thought let's try something new for a few months. So that is why I ended up with the Proactiv Plus. Now, I was kind of anti-Proactiv for a while. I don't know if you've ever seen the ads, the promos that they do, but they're really, really cheesy. They're not convincing, but there seems to be a lot of studies to back it up, which I really, really like. I don't know if you know, but I do come from a dental background. So for me, like, I like things to have had studies, clinical studies, and some scientific evidence that things are going to work. As much as I like holistic approaches, I'm not entirely convinced by a lot of them. There tends to rarely be a lot of evidence to back it up. So with where I come from, the standpoint that I come from, I do like products that make big claims to have had some sort of substantial trial and a decent enough, you know, evidence to prove their claims. So for me, that's why I thought I'd go ahead and give it a go. Now, I'll show you how it's come. So it comes in a lovely box. It came exactly like this, so nicely boxed. Daily care for clean and radiant skin, so it says. Now, there are a couple of ways of doing the Proactiv. It is a subscription system, which I really, really, really love, because I don't know if you're like me, but when I have started to run out of product, sometimes it's not easy to get into a store that sells it, particularly as I don't necessarily buy the regular drugstore products. So, you know, you have to order it, or you have to really keep on top of it, or you have to even afford it. Sometimes it's like 50 quid just for a moisturiser, and you're thinking, oh my god, I'm getting to the end of it. What am I going to do? My skin's going terrible. So it's a really stressful time when you're trying to keep on top of your regime. So I like the idea that you can sign up monthly or quarterly or 3 to 4 monthly. So you get a choice, and then they will just send you your products and bill you for them. So I really, really like that. Now, I have got quite a few products in here that I have added on top of the 3-step system. So generally you have their 3-step system that they swear by, and all the other products are add-ons. So you don't necessarily have to have them. I will show you the ones that I decided to buy. I just thought if I'm gonna go into it, I would rather have all of it and then give it all a go and just not buy the other products if I don't think they're very good. And also I do like the idea of keeping things in the same group of products. So I haven't been using any of my current skincare stuff since I got this about 3 weeks ago. I haven't touched it. I haven't even been using my Estee Lauder night creams or anything like that, because I want to see the effectiveness of that alone. And also I'm not entirely convinced how these products are going to interact with stuff like that, particularly as this has got the I should have probably checked how I could say this first. Oh no. This is really embarrassing. I come from a medical background. Can't even say it. Oh, I know what it says in my head and I can't even say it. This, I don't even know if you can read that, but it has that, right? Okay. I don't even know if that's registering on there, but anyway, it's that. I'm going to put it in the comments at the bottom so you know what the product is, but it is highly proven. It's in a lot of skincare products. It is highly proven to help clear out the pores, tighten things up and stuff like that. So for me, it does have that back into it. Now, I'm going to just show you the 3-step system first, which is their go-to and the thing that they suggest that you do buy. So your first one would be the Skin Smoothing Exfoliator Facial Cleanser. So it comes in a box like this. You can see that. And I think I got the 3-month subscription. I didn't want to try a month, and the reason for that was, I mean, it does say on the website, but generally from my knowledge of it, that a month is just about when you start to see improvement. So I just didn't think it was long enough for me to judge a product by. I have started using this. As I say, I got it just over Christmas. I think it was the week between Christmas and New Year. And I like it. so far. I think it's a bit too soon to judge, but this is the 177ml Skin Smoothing Exfoliator. It's a facial cleanser. Now this really confused me to start with, because it says exfoliator and then it says facial cleanser underneath. So if I show you that. Now it is a daily exfoliator and it's twice a day, so it's not harsh enough that it will harm your skin. The next stage from the exfoliator is the Pore Targeting Treatment Facial Cream. This is where I got confused, because I thought that this was the exfoliator and then this was the cleanser, because it said cream, and I got all confused. So then I was like trying to cleanse with it and it wasn't doing anything. It wasn't lathering up, it was soaking in my skin. The water wasn't doing anything. I'm so confused. So please read the instructions properly before you start using it. But this one, Pore Targeting Treatment Facial Cream. So this one goes on after you've exfoliated. Now I've added a middle stage in here, I'm going to show you that afterwards, but this is just the 3-step system, so please remember that. The exfoliator number 2, they've got little codes on the bottom, maybe you can see that, which basically tells you which order to do them in. So your next one would be this Pore Targeting Treatment Facial Cream, 89ml. I'm not entirely convinced that that is enough for 3 months. Either I'm using too much or I don't know, we'll see, but I'm not entirely convinced it was enough. The last stage in the 3-step system was the Complexion Perfecting Hydrator, so stage 3, and this is your moisturiser. Again, you've got 89ml, it's got your salicylic acid, it's got that in there. I can't believe I can't say. So it's got that in there as well. So that would be in place of your usual moisturiser. I don't know how you guys feel about that. That made me a little bit nervous because I'm a really oily skin type. For me, I try to use mattifying moisturisers, particularly under my makeup, because everything's like an oil slick and it's just like, make sure my primer is mattifying, make sure my powder is mattifying, make sure my bloody setting spray is mattifying. So I'm like matte. So it kind of freaked me out using a moisturiser daily that didn't have that property. After that, I decided to invest in the toner. So this is what I mean by middle stage. So I invested in the toner. Now, the bottle is a bit of a mess because, yeah, I've been using this already. It's actually leaked a little bit. So Re-Texturising toner, 118ml. So I'm sorry about the state of the bottle, but I have had this for like 4 weeks now. So again, twice daily, you would use that in between your, I've got little pads in here that I've not used. I've used my own. You would use that in between the exfoliator and then the Pore Targeting Facial Treatment. I also got the cleansing brush, the Proactiv cleansing brush. This is a charcoal cleansing brush. Now, again, I go back to my comments of holistic approaches. Charcoal is one of the really popular items at the moment. It's the thing that everyone's going on about, brushing their teeth with charcoal, eating charcoal, snorting charcoal probably. I don't know what evidence there is to back that up. Certainly from a dental perspective, we have a lot of patients that want to brush their teeth with charcoal pastes. There is no evidence that that is going to do anything. So I am a little bit on the negative side about these kind of things. I like evidence-based things. Yeah, this is what it looks like. It actually comes apart, so it doesn't come like this. The head isn't on, but it's really easy to use. You've got 2 settings, so the first setting and then the second setting. You can only use this once a day in the instructions, so not twice a day. I use it with my exfoliator, so I put the exfoliator on and I then start on the slow speed and then increase my speed onto the second speed. I do find the second speed does make my skin a little bit red, and sore is the wrong word, but it becomes quite sensitive, so I don't do the full minute or 2 minutes with the high speed on. Everybody's skin is different, and it does say that in the instructions that certain people will have that kind of reaction to bristles, so just be mindful if you do buy this. Your next product that I decided to give a go was the Skin Purifying Mask. I'll get this one out. 85 grams. It's a face mask. See that? So I've been using these products every day since probably the last week of December, so we're coming up for nearly a month. So far I like it. I've not seen amazing results. A lot of their literature does say, as I mentioned earlier, about giving it 3 months, because generally what the product does with the chemical that's in there, it kind of exasperates the blemishes and brings out more spots to start with. So I've definitely seen an increase in that. They've started to die down. They've definitely got smaller and less red, and definitely dried out. But particularly around here and around here, they have just started to clear. So I do want to give it a little bit longer so that I can assess what it's like long term. They are really, really big on making sure you are consistent. It is one of those products where you do need to be doing it morning and night. If you aren't one of those people, then start being consistent, because it will pay off. So I'm going to check back in a month's time, in 2 months' time, and finally on my 3rd month. I've been doing little videos just showing you how I've used it and also updates. So I will give a monthly, 2nd monthly and 3rd monthly update, so you can see my skin for yourself. Hope that was informative for you. I hope that you have been tempted to try the Proactiv Plus despite the really cheesy adverts. Let us know how you get on. Let us know if you give it a go. Definitely go for the 3 months rather than the 1, just my opinion. Obviously it's a little bit more pricey, but I think it's worthwhile in giving yourself 3 months to really, really try it out properly. And please remember to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting a video on the 1st of every month. Please don't forget to leave me a comment below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to come back. Tell everyone about the channel. Come on, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Ridiculous. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. You're so weird by yourself.